Yeah, that's it. We just started recording. So
Yeah, you're
today
on
we're
now,
doing
obviously.
the WrestleMania predictions early.
What they call it early now?
Well, yeah, I've got a few that I think will happen and a few that I want to happen.
I think we should do this just after WrestleMania as well. Way too advanced predictions.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I think it's about a month away, isn't it? On like the 11th and 12th of April.
Nah, it's a week after. I think it's the 19th of April.
Six more episodes, I think it is. Or weeklies, however you want to put it.
Well, Jade versus Rhea's happening. Roman versus Punk's happening.
And Stephanie Vicker versus Liv Morgan.
Yeah, but I think Raquel might get added to that.
Ooh.
Still think there's sort of a chance. But I've also got Raquel to team with Roxanne in like the tag division and face Lash and Nia.
I'll go into my tag division on my card in a bit, but that's such a hard one to predict. I've got so many people left out.
Hang on, I'm gonna. Sorry. Get the dog out of the room.
I've got so many people in this card who are not many wrestlers on this card who should be on it. Who I couldn't think of what to do with them.
Yeah, some people are going to get missed off, aren't they?
I think you're going to find. I've been looking, especially with you theoretically, there's 2 women main belts and 2 men main belts. There's not, both of them aren't. There'll be one of them which will be a singles, and I think the other one will obviously be a multi.
That's what they've been bringing in it past couple of years.
You have to really. That's what I think personally. I think that the belt that Drew's got, that championship belt, I think that's gonna have 4, and I think that like Malachi Black won't be in it, but I think he's gonna screw over Randy.
Yeah, I've got Cody versus Jacob versus Randy versus Drew as a fatal 4-way. But I said it might have been you, James. Did you say they're going to do Nick Aldis versus Drew and Randy versus Cody?
No, I've got my own version of it. I don't want this to happen. I've got Orton versus Cody as a straight singles. I think Drew's going to lose. I can see that's going to happen. But I've got a different type of thing for the Drew. A number 1 contenders match. Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu with Nick Aldis as special referee.
Before we get into this quickly, just so I can say, because we're not there yet, what's happening on Smackdown with Cody?
Cody faces Drew for the WWE title this Friday.
Yeah, but what's the result going to be of that match? Because that's going to be an
impact. I think Cody's going to win. I think it's either Cody wins or my fingers crossed scenario, Jacob Fatu causes a DQ and gets made fatal 4-way.
Yeah, that's my thinking as well. That's what I want to happen. And I do think it'll either be Cody wins or there's a DQ involved.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's WWE.
I've got Randy and Cody written down because I don't know if it's going to be the 4-way or the singles.
Oh, I've got singles. And I've got Drew versus Jacob, number 1 contenders match with Nick Aldis as special guest referee.
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see it. I think Punk Roman. I think that's setting glass. I don't think that's being touched. I think
no. They've already got the fucking billboards and that, haven't they? For it.
They've had it before. They've had it before the last POE. That was the problem with the Finn match.
Yeah, that's it.
But Finn's going to win a belt at WrestleMania, so
I don't know now. Anyway.
I think it's going to be Finn versus Dom actually.
Yeah,
Dom doesn't have the IC title anymore, Georgie. I think he lost it on Monday to Penta.
No, I know, but I think that this is just going to be pick your luchas, and I've got that as a 4-way. That's the lucha. I honestly think it's going to be Grand Americano, Penta, Dom Mysterio, and Finn Balor. I think it's going to be a 4-way. I think that's your 4-way for that night.
Oh, I put down Trick Williams versus Penta.
You're expecting too good of a match. You're expecting too good of a match. That's too exciting for.
Well, I think I've said this in the chat before. I think it might be El Grande Americano versus that new one. the OG or whatever. So
Okay.
it's basically Chad Gable versus Ludwig Kaiser, and then the loser has to unmask.
How about this? How about we all go through our own cards, right? Then if one of us comments about something on our card, we talk about it, I guess. Garby's just going to be pinging about every single match, I think.
True.
And just keep going over it.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, so I'll start mine. Obviously got Punk and Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Orton
we're
versus
all in
Cody.
that one, I think.
I've just got Orton versus Cody. It's them two.
Same, pretty much.
I'm sticking with just Raquel versus Liv. I think Liv's going to win, then do the Raquel turn the night after.
Yeah, Monday
That's
after.
And Jade Rhea, I've got a big Mighty Man Lad Match US title. I think I put in the chat earlier about who I'm going to have in that match. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
For
For the US title, I've just got Javon versus Melo.
But Javon's on Raw, though.
Yeah, that's true. I was just trying to I was looking at the faces and heels on both shows, and I just thought it made sense. I've got Sammy versus Javon versus Melo as well. I'm not sure how you do it. I just wrote a lot of stuff.
I've got in the lad match. Got 6 people: Melo, Priest, Cardona, Kit Wilson, Miz, and Black.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Also, I've got some big names who I have not been able to get in my card. Penta,
yeah,
Javon, LA Knight, Tiffany Stratton.
So you think Penta's going to lose the title before Mania then?
No.
You just don't think he's going to be on there?
I do think he's no swinging. I just don't know what.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I get you.
I've got Dom versus Finn in just a singles match.
Same.
I've got a trios match. The Vision, Theory, Breaker, and Logan versus Seth Rollins and the Usos. It's sort of
I've got something similar.
It helps with Breaker and Seth just come back from injuries.
Yeah.
Don't have to form singles match together and to get the Usos and Logan and that on the card.
I've got something similar, James. I've just gone for the Usos versus Theory and Logan for the tag belts. Because they have the tag belts. So if you want them to fight on Mania, you give them a tag match. That's the only thing I have against the trios.
I think before any injuries happen, I thought it'd be a 6-man tag match with Theory, Breaker, the Theory, Bronson Reed, and Logan versus Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, and Bad Bunny. That was sort of my original prediction.
Yeah.
But now I've got a big Sin City street fight with the Wyatt 6 versus MFT. Then you can try and get Uncle Howdy getting his lantern back.
Yeah.
I've got I Quit match for the Women's Intercontinental title, AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. I think that if you do an I Quit match, that if Becky loses, that's a good way to make sure that she can get legally out of.
I was thinking this though. I was thinking you could add Io Sky in there just to get her on the card. You do a triple threat.
I've got Io coming up. Number 1 contenders match with Nick Aldis as special guest referee, Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams, Io Sky versus Asuka, just straight singles match.
Yeah, true.
And if I think the page does something, if Io wins, Kyrie's free from Asuka or something like that, or Kyrie does a turn in the match or something. For the women's tag titles, got Nia and Lash versus Lyra and Bailey versus the Bellas versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I've got something similar. What have I got? I've got Lash and Nia versus the Bellas versus Roxanne and Raquel.
Mask versus Mask, Grande Americano versus OG, Grande Americano.
Yeah, do you think? I think the loser's going to have to unmask as well, just to get rid of one of them.
That's a proper Lucha Libre type stipulation as well.
Yeah,
one thing I do like about the El Grande Americanos is how different they are, with crowd reactions. OG one.
I'm bored with them. I'm bored with them.
Yeah,
I'm so bored with them now. I can't.
I do like how in AAA, the El Grande Americano we got now is adored but hated in the US, but the OG ones hated in AAA but loved in the US.
Yeah.
I've got Gunther versus Rey Mysterio.
What have I got? I've got something for Gunther. I've got Gunther versus Jericho if he returns before.
And the last one, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar.
And I've got Brock versus Ricky Saints. because Standing delivers the week before, so it just made me think there could be a call up for WrestleMania the week after.
Oh yeah, that's my well done. Well, here you go, Ricky Saints in main roster. You get fed to Brock.
Yeah, well, you've got Joe Hendry versus Ricky Saints for the NXT title the week before, so you think the loser would probably get the call up.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's my card. I managed to get 16 matches. I couldn't fit LA Knight, couldn't fit Penta, couldn't fit Javon, couldn't fit Tiffany.
No, I couldn't fit LA Knight. Couldn't fit Tiffany Stratton either, I don't think.
The only thing I could think of is LA Knight is Brock Lesnar's opponent because of the Heyman connection, and Oba doesn't get on the card, but I'd rather see Oba versus Lesnar.
Yeah, definitely.
No battle royals? No battle royals to get
That's what
They do it the Friday before now, don't they?
Yeah.
That Andre the Giant thing.
The thing is,
Well, yeah.
2 nights you have a big chance to do one battle royal for the men, one battle royal for the women. It's so simple. I like a good WrestleMania battle royal.
Well, I tell you what, talking, because I've a lot of my predictions are just based. Like I've not really been predicting like off belt matches, but I think they're gonna do like everybody's been saying about Brock v who did you just say, James?
Oba Fenn.
Yeah, but I'm wondering in it. I know they've got to try and work it in. I'm wondering if they're going to try and do Powerhouse v Oberfemma. I know it's not something that I particularly like, but I don't see. I see. I've got Brock against someone like Rey Mysterio. I mean, but the other name that nobody said about, which is which a lot of mine's been going around, is Gunther.
Yeah, well,
Gunther's
I said
got
Jericho.
But like, because originally my plan was we're gonna have Gunther face Brock, Brock beat Gunther, and then Gunther beat him at SummerSlam, because it's SummerSlam, isn't it? Which is meant to be in Brock's, and that's where Brock's retirement. He'll lose to Gunther, and that'll be his retirement. Brock's apparently has always been somebody who doesn't like wrestling, just wants to get his money and go. Like, I think that's the match to be had. But Gunther's got to face. I feel like, what's the point of this gimmick that Gunther's got if he's not going to retire somebody at your biggest event of the year? Like that's the time to be doing it. But I don't think it's going to be Ray. I feel like Gunther's going to have. I think he'll lose, but I feel like Gunther's going to be involved in a pretty big match somewhere.
My Gunther himself thing is Gunther literally unmasked Dragon Lee on Raw. That's a massive, for me, like red flag of saying, oh, we're doing Gunther versus Rey Mysterio, because Dragon Lee's his friend and he disrespected Lucha and Lucha things.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you get. I mean, my big thing, as I've been saying with this Gunther character, is that I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a good way of keeping him out. It's a good little way of keeping him out of a belt for the meanwhile. You know, he can't be involved in the belt. Like, that little belt scene's got. I mean, it's good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I mean, in AEW at the minute, that heavyweight scene's just. You got about 8 people who are contending, like, and you can do that in WE. But I mean, personally, as I said, I've been sort of going down my cards, like every men's woman sort of thing I've got as a different. So like I've got, for the men's, I've got Roman and Punk just straight singles. I've got probably a 4-way for that other belt, which I think will be Drew, Jacob, and who are the other guys we just? I think somebody said it in their prediction.
Cody and
Orton and Cody. Yeah, that's it. I've got that. I've got for the internationals. I think that's good. I've got that as a trios. I think that
Intercontinental.
I think Intercontinental. I've got that. Yeah, sorry, that's the AEW in me.
I suppose you could do Penta versus Dom versus Finn and have like a opposite of last year's WrestleMania, where Dom hits a frog splash, but Finn then hits the coup de grace and steals a win of Dom. That is a role reverse from last year. Maybe. It will
be a lucha match. I'm sure. I think it's a multi, and it's just working out which luchas can go into that match. But I mean, I think Finn's winning that belt. I mean, I think it leads off to him and Dom going, and but you can drag that all the way out to Backlash, because like I would like it if they told the tale of now Finn's head of that clubhouse and Dom and Liv are getting pushed out, and like you could tell that story. But if WWE creative can tell that story is another thing. But that's something that I think I'd like to see. The women's tags I've got as a multi tag. I think there's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a big thing, wasn't there, of being it was 25 years since the TLC, the first TLC, and I was thinking there could be something in that, but I don't know. The women's with the women's international, Becca and Liv Morgan. I think that might be the triple.
That's the world. That's the world women's.
Oh, the world heavyweight. Sorry, I get so confused with the belts, man.
So many belts.
There's so many belts. It gets. But yeah, I think I've got that as that's. I think will be a triple. I don't think you're going to get. I think there's going to be more triple threats and four ways than there's going to be. I think there's going to be very few single matches in wrestling.
Yeah, I just see that.
There's too many people that they've got to get. As you said, you know, like I mean, I had the same thing with LA Knight. I was just, I'm wondering if they put in a. I think they're going to have to. I mean, he has just come off this injury. He was off, wasn't he? I know it was only weeks or so, but he had an injury thing that he was written off for. But I feel like you got to write him off TV because you need him on there.
Sammy last year.
I mean, I don't know. Do you see? I mean, you could have a Rumble style thing and have Sammy win that, and that be the start of the beginning of the story for next. You know what I mean, it'll be next year's WrestleMania. I'm here for the belt at next WrestleMania.
To be fair, that's in Saudi as well.
LA Knight's going to win, isn't he? On SmackDown.
LA Knight what?
To win the Andre Giant before.
Yeah, probably. Either him or like Powerhouse Hobbs or something.
I might chuck Hobbs in my big ladder match. I don't know.
I think that I've got the tags as the Uso and the like. I don't think they would have enough, even though like I feel like I wouldn't put Brom. I feel like you're doing a disservice to Brom to put him back in with like them two in like a trios match. I feel like there's something bigger and better.
So do I, but I just think that both Seth and Bron come back from injuries, and plus like Bron had quite a big hernia surgery. So I was thinking it's a good way to have them in a match, but they don't have to do too much and risk re-injuring themselves.
But then you're not getting the tag belts on the Mania card. That's my problem with it.
Who the fuck cares?
Jey Uso is getting on that card just to do that yeet.
Exactly. That's fair.
Joke.
Well,
one thing I was thinking about, I can't really
no tag belts.
Can't really remember it too well. On
Raw,
Raw,
no tag belts on the line.
Bailey and Lyra. I think they had like an argument or something backstage, and Lyra was saying, "Oh, we'll get you on the Mania card."
Oh, they've been doing this for months.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking that by the end of it, they might just be like, "Oh, should we just have a friendly 1v1?" I wouldn't even have anyone turn, but just have them have
I'll just have Bay and Lyra win the tag titles.
Yeah, against Nia and Lash.
Yeah, just have them win that match.
I mean, I heard one. I mean, it's not what I would do, but it was saying if you want to just keep Dom out of the international, Dom versus Danhausen for WrestleMania. Just like they were saying about them talking about them reckoning they'll get like obviously in a joke match. I mean, not like a serious, but trying to get Danhausen on the card. Not I wouldn't. I mean, Danhausen isn't. He's a particular taste, even for this is wrestling. Like he is what he is. He's a tiny little guy who can't do a lot. Like who's the geezer that used to roll around with Luchasaurus and Jack Perry? Marco Stunt. Yeah, that's mate. He's that kind of got like that. Just a bit of a little man who can't do a lot really. That's who he reminds me of.
But I think he'll do something stupid at WrestleMania.
He'll do something stupid at WrestleMania, mate. He's going to be sending you your T-shirts. You do something stupid with him. You want him on your card, don't you, to do stupid stuff?
Yeah.
Well, he's been backstage shit, wasn't he? Backstage.
Or maybe there's another box and he's trying to like do his magic powers on it, and someone just comes out the box. Yeah, and then Jericho can come out the box and just kill him in the middle of the ring or something.
No, they will do a skit with Danhausen and R-Truth.
Yeah. R-Truth, bless his heart. He must be so happy he got back into that company. He must be thinking, what am I going to do for work? And they're like, we'll just get you back here and you can just do nothing.
Thinking, I get finally do a serious character and show a different side of me. 2 weeks later, oh no, you're back doing comedy shit. Unlucky boy.
Yeah, Ron Killings lasted like a couple of weeks, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they said. Apparently, they said about him cutting his hair. But when he first come back, didn't he cut his hair and said, "Oh, he really done the whole serious thing." And apparently, he was like, "I'm going bald. Like, I need to cut my hair." And they just literally made it for him because he was going to cut his hair because he was going bald. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's, you know what? When I know we're going off topic here, but that story was always, mate. R-Truth, like, all right, you feel sympathetic. R-Truth should have just gone. Like, they didn't need it. Like, you know, you should have just stuck with a gun and been like, no, we ain't got nothing for you. Like, I can't keep paying you to be sitting in commercials every time, fluttering pieces of boxes. Like, nobody, like.
I think it was the wrestlers, wasn't it? It was the wrestlers were outraged. I don't even think it was the fans that made them do it. I think it was just
like the fans and talent as well. The talent,
yeah.
Talent love R-Truth. Good have backstage, and it's just a massive morale killer when someone who's been in the company for so long and so well liked just gets pushed aside like, now we don't want you anymore.
He should have come out on the Raw. He should have come out on the Raw after John Cena lost at Saturday Night Main Event. He scored, "I'm so heartbroken. I can't do this anymore. I'm retiring." And then he just fucks off. Because there's no point for him. Because his little thing last year was just to be so happy for John Cena.
Yeah.
And now John Cena's gone, so R-Truth should have gone with him.
R-Truth is now just Nick Aldis' annoying little assistant, pretty much. And talks about balls a lot.
So we reckon Nick Aldis is going to get back in the ring and wrestle McIntyre then?
I've got him as a special guest referee and keep building it up.
He's obviously a wrestler, but he hasn't had a match for, 2 years? 3 years?
Probably longer than that, I think. So I've got him as a special guest referee role, or like an enforcer or something.
So go on then.
He could take a claymore or something in the match.
Since we're all saying these things and you've all got your predictions that are going on in these matches, what's the big, you know, what's the big exit? Like, I always like with that Punk Roman, what's the big angle that ends on these whichever WrestleMania match you've got as a main event? What's the big angle which ends at this? There's going to be an angle. Is it going to be The Rock? Is it going to be Bloodline? Is it going to be Heyman joining back to Roman? Like, that's what I'm trying to think at the minute. I'm like, what's the big? This is it. Like every year, there's always that, isn't there? In a WrestleMania main event, something happens, and you think this is the next carry on now for next year.
I think Punk could turn heel.
Yeah, that's the thing I could think
Punk
of.
should be. I always prefer Punk as a heel, and nowadays that it would be suit his gimmick. The gimmick of him being like, I'm past it. He needs to start turning onto that heelish thing of you know, you can't have Punk keep winning fairly. It's like he's getting too old for it to be like, you got to start losing and it being like, oh, I'm going to cheat a little bit to win.
I think I wouldn't turn Punk heel straight away. I'll maybe have him like win the match in like some controversial fashion and just do probably like a slower built heel turn. Because people want to cheer Punk anyway. And I think having screwed over match against Roman Reigns not really gonna make fans boo him. I think.
Do you think Roman wins that match?
I actually have no idea at the moment. No idea.
Yeah, I think Roman will probably win that.
Roman can't get pinned 3 WrestleManias in a row, can he? No, I think Roman win actually. I think about that. He got pinned the last 2 WrestleManias.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is what I've said. I mean, I always say my mad prediction is that for the start of this year was that he's left the WWE by the end of this year. But he has got a contract that's going out in May, and if they're going to be renewing his contract, they're going to have to be strap him. They're going to have to be giving him whatever. He's going to be the head man, like, because the problem is you can't, like, I mean, I know they can, but you can't strap really. It's hard to strap Roman because he's busy. He's got things to do. Like, what are you going to do? Have a champion again who just goes off? Yeah, he's too busy for that. I just feel like if you strap him, like, I don't know if he's going to be able to be. If someone said to me, "Oh, he's on Raw. He's on Raw near enough every week now until up to Christmas." But no, he's not. He's going to be off again for 2 months, 3 months. That's not how he rolls. One thing that annoys me.
He needs to take a tip out MJF's playbook with how to do Hollywood and wrestling.
I mean, what is his Hollywood thing like? Because they always say he's Hollywood, but I don't actually know what he does. Like, I know he's just done this Street Fighter film, but like, I don't know, like, like when
with Punk.
I've not seen a movie with Roman.
Yeah, but when it first started, when it was like, I know it's obviously, but when like The Rock first started this thing, The Rock would be in actual films. Like, do you know what I mean, you knew, I don't know what Roman does. I don't even
Scorpion Killer or something, wasn't it, the first one?
The Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
Don't pretend you don't remember the name, Al, bruv. It was a legendary film.
Nah, I grew up on The Marine with John Cena, Matt.
Oh, The Marine. That's a film I haven't seen in a while.
I like both of them films. I think I actually went to cinema to see the Scorpion King just because The Rock was in it.
Yeah, his first one was The Mummy 2. That was the first one he done, was The Mummy 2.
Right.
That was back when every film he did, he had to do the eyebrow halfway through the film, just so to be like,
a little nod.
There's my guy. He can do nothing. And he used to have to do a like slam or something. You know what I mean? Like just some stand, like a rock bottom. Used to hit the rock bottom in the film just to prove the point.
He hasn't got any films lined up, I don't think. We've got Street Fighter out this year, but yeah, that's it. We'll have to see.
Oh, well, that's the Mania card, isn't it?
So back to predictions.
Give us some predictions, Ben. I ain't heard you say anything yet.
Yeah, he's been sat there quietly for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Punk against Roman, obviously. We got, I think, Drew against Cody, against Fatu, against who's
Randy
Orton. Oh yeah, the one who won the Chamber. But I don't really I've forgot
already. The actual guy who should be winning the match, the only man that should actually be fighting in the match, we all can't remember.
We got Jade versus Rhea. We've got Stephanie versus Liv. I think Penta would be in like a fatal 4-way.
Again, yeah. They did that last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was in that last year?
Three the same people with Breaker.
Who was in that last year, James?
Breaker, Finn, Dom, and Penta.
Breaker, Finn, Dom, and Penta.
Thing is, I don't think you can't have Penta drop an international championship and in 6 weeks' time fight for the US. I think he either has to drop it and fight for it again. Like, you don't really get people drop a belt and 3 weeks later fight for a whole nother belt. Like, you kind of have to go back to fight it. Not that he'll win it. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I'm still trying to work out why he's lost that belt. It doesn't. I just don't quite get it. I feel like for the story, it would have been better to have had a 4-way.
I feel like
it
should have just been Dom and Finn. Dom versus Demon Finn.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think it's just WWE at the moment. They're just trying too hard to almost like swerve people, and it's also like it's more confusing people than anything. Instead of going, oh my god, it's more going. But what? That's almost what
there's no like, it's felt like, and it has felt like that for the last at least 6 months in WWE. It doesn't feel like they have like direction. Like I always think like when, like, I mean, it's an example from another company, but I bet you Tony Khan had Moxley winning that Continental Classic. I bet you he had that for at least 4 or 5 months. I bet you he knew that was going to happen. Like, I don't think he was just guessing that last minute. I think he had that story built up for a long time. I
think Tony Khan hence all in Texas had a clear vision of what he wants that show to be. I mean, unless injuries happen, I know what I want on that show. with Triple H and WrestleMania right now, there's been reports of it. It keeps chopping, keeps changing. There's no like clear direction, and it's shown the past couple of months. I expect by the time Royal Rumble comes, I bet probably talent point space as well. The WrestleMania card pretty much locked in, bar any unfortunate injuries or something happens. That card should be locked in, and everyone has a clear idea of what's happening on the way to WrestleMania, instead of just having swerves for the sake of swerves. Because what's the point of Drew winning just before the Rumble and losing it just for WrestleMania, just right straight back to Cody? What's the point?
It would be fascinating if on Unreal they did say before Seth's injury, if they did say this was the story, this was how because there's at Elimination Chamber, like when Seth came out, I just so didn't care because it was just like I feel like you might as well have just kept him off the TV and brought him back. So
Yeah,
I just don't
after WrestleMania.
What was the rush? Like you had this story, just delay it by a few months and just wait for everyone to be back.
Unless they know Breaker's back for WrestleMania.
But I don't think he faces. I just feel like I don't know if he's going to face Breaker at WrestleMania. I
put him in a 6-man tag match with.
I have Seth versus Logan in the singles.
We've already had that at WrestleMania.
Yeah, we have. But
yeah, but Al loved it so much he wants to see it again. That's the problem.
It was a really good match. It was a really good match. But I cared about it at the time.
Or could they do?
I don't care.
Could they do a handicap match? Could they do like Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and Logan?
Bronson Reed's tore his bicep.
Okay, could they do
Bronson Reed is out.
He's supposed to be in the chamber match, but that's why he went for Jay. Jay get written out of the match to put Logan in the match.
Could they do Logan Paul and Austin Theory against Seth Rollins if Bron Breaker's not fit? There's like a handicap match.
Well, that would probably just do Seth and LA Knight.
Can I ask you, like, just thinking it from a creative point, because I wouldn't. Would you actually put the tag belts on Austin Theory and Logan Paul? Well, would you actually? I just don't think anybody would like Logan Paul. In a way, I get giving him a belt, like if you want it, but Austin Theory, I feel like it's so. I mean, I don't know what somebody in there I think it's Paul Heyman. They always said he loves Austin Theory. He thinks he's the man. But Austin Theory's just like, I just feel like, I mean, Logan Paul. I don't mind Logan Paul. I mean,
I don't either.
Like, you know what people want to say about him? Listen, WWE, like he's committed a lot of time and a lot of work, and I tell you what, he'll put his body through it. Like if you don't like him, you don't have to like him, but at least he does work. I never watched Logan Paul fight and think he's not doing anything. He's just sitting on his ass, just waiting for. He goes in and puts in a shift, like, and I always respect that. I don't care if you're the best, but just put in a shift. Like it's just the one thing that bugs. It's a bit like that's what I always think with that's why I was surprised with like when Hobbs went, because like Hobbs is one of them people. He doesn't put like Hobbs. People like who don't watch Powerhouse Hobbs don't realize. Put him in a 15-minute match and you'll see he's only got a very small skill set. Like he only does a few moves and then he's just done. You need to tag him in. He can't do much. He's just a big geezer. He's not like Bron Breaker's that very rare breed of a big man who got
Breaker and Femi. They're just
and Femi. But like lots of them. Like look, I mean, I remember when Bobby Lashley went back into, because I talked to you, Ben, because I had stopped watching WWE when like Bobby Lashley was sort of, I saw him when he first was in, but this fade off, and you were like, man, like he can't do much. Like, you know, like after a while it's like he's just a big guy. Like once you've seen that gimmick, it's done. Like, he can't do much. He's just a big guy, and I think it's the same with him. I just think he's just a big guy with not that much skill set. Like I just don't see it. What his thing is.
He hasn't been on TV for a while, has he? I don't think.
No.
I don't know.
That's the card done, then, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, quick going back to Georgie's point about would you want Theory and Logan being tag title champions? Sure.
Yeah, why not?
It's literally why not?
Yeah, I mean
They
that's.
don't care about him too much anyway, do they? They'll probably just have a few defenses.
WWE probably want Jey Uso back in the singles division. Could yeet and.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting because that division, that tags division, I mean, personally, I would look at what they've done with the women's division if I was WWE and be like, we've had these top women who we can't do much with. We've put them in the tag scene, and the tag scene's thrive. That men's tag scene in WWE, I mean, I feel like in AEW the men's tag scene's not great either. Like, but
it's getting better.
But like in WWE,
it goes through stages if you're doing really well in AEW. Yeah. If you go back like a year, it was really good.
I mean, it was the one thing that I was quite refreshed. Like on Dynamite, they did like a sit down with FTR and Young Bucks, and they like in the thing, like they said, like they essentially said this is the last time. You know, we're when this is done, we'll draw a line under it. Which I was kind of like. It makes me a bit more bearable to watch FTR Young Bucks. I mean, there's going to be a good match, but I have like it's a bit like I have seen this a few times now.
You got the Rascals now as well. I love the Rascals.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if anybody watched Dynamite, but on Dynamite they had that El Champo, however you say his name. I always get it wrong. Ciampa, and he was talking, and they'd done an interview. And then FTR came up to the stage of the interview, but during the interview they kept mentioning the Briscoes, they kept mentioning. So I'm wondering if that's what they're going to do. Are they going to have him they're going to have him tag with Mark, and then have him and Mark as because they. Yeah, I mean, I was quite like, well, you know, why not? I mean, you've got. I mean, I still think. I mean, I'm not sure when, but by the end of the year, you're going to have Carl Fletcher's going to be moving on to like him and Will Ospreay. I'm going to be very surprised if Will Ospreay isn't the champion at All In.
Yeah,
like I'm going to be very surprised if that doesn't happen. And I think it's made to have him and Fletcher start going at one point soon.
Again, yeah.
Do you know how this shows how much we care about WrestleMania? We've moved on to AEW.
I mean, the thing is, it's getting there. I think next year with the NXT guys who, I mean, I was saying this to you Al the other day. I was like, Elimination Chamber. I only like if you're even in the men and in the Rumble. I only really care about the NXT guys. I've seen everybody else. Like I feel like I can't like Cody and Drew. I mean, people love them and fair play if you love it. It bores me. I love Drew. Drew's my guy. If I can pinch him for AEW, I'd take him in a heartbeat. He'd be my number one guy. But when I see Cody and Drew just like going back, I'm like, how is this not like? How are people still like? Yeah, it's so boring. Like I've seen it so many times now.
And the stipulation of the last match was, if Drew won, Cody can't challenge him unless he earns it. By like winning the Rumble, winning the Chamber, and that's gone.
Even the Chamber, like that was one thing. Like I said when Randy, like, because people were like, we all said, "Oh, Cody will win. Cody will win the Chamber," and he didn't. Randy won, but like, it was as soon as he won it, we were like, "All right, so how are we going to get Cody into this match?" And it was like, well, no, that's the match. Like that's the point. You make the match. The Elimination Chamber gives you the match, and as soon as it's finished. Randy won. The first thing we've all done is gone right. So that means Jacob Fatu's going to be in it. It's like, what's the point of having like? You might as well have had somebody like if you were going to do that. Like, I'm sorry, but Randy isn't going to win. I think I don't have Malachi Black doing anything, and I've got him interfering with Randy in that match and costing Randy, and then they can spin off and do a few. That's what I think is going to happen because I just don't know what else you do. Randy, like Randy's another one. I feel like if you remember him in the good days, you still think he's good. If you don't really, then he's bit up. Like Jericho, I say it to all the WWE guys all the time. Everybody's like, "Oh, but Jericho will be back," and I'm like, if you talk to AEW people, like Jericho has been so boring to watch.
He's just if anything, he's more of a gimmick, but. Even that wasn't the best at times.
But the WWE fans who have been trashing Jericho for the past 6 years are now turning back, going, "Oh, can't wait to have Jericho back in WWE." It's like,
but when they have him back, they're gonna realise they're like, oh wow, he can't. I mean, bless his heart, when he used to do that line sort in AW, you're like, here we go, old boy, he still got it. Like,
he stopped getting pops. He stopped getting pops as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
When I was at All
watching,
In,
what did I watched? What was it? It was like Vengeance in 2001 or something like that. And like he was in there, and you watch him like, oh yeah, that was what Chris Jericho was like.
with Shawn Michaels feud in 2008.
Yeah, I was like, oh mate, you know what? It's funny, but you know what was funny? I mean, it's only because it's sort of inside the conversation WWE. Because I think it was Fightful when they were talking about, apparently on Netflix now. I don't know if it's the same for like UK or if it's US, but they've changed that. They've basically hidden where the adverts are coming, so you can't skip the adverts or something during a Netflix show now, like you used to be able to.
I watch it the following day, and they just take all the adverts out, so you don't get any skips or anything.
Oh, did they? But
yeah,
in AEW, the whole show they were like, oh, limited advert breaks. And I'm thinking, oh, that's because you've heard that somebody's saying that there's too much going on in WWE at the minute, and they're just trying to jump on it.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we went from WrestleMania to AEW. It just shows how much we care about WWE.
Yeah. Should we leave it at that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
You got anything to say, Ben?
No, it's just interesting hearing all the card predictions. To say you guys put in a lot more effort than I did. I was trying to think off the top of the head. I could literally think about 4 matches, and I can't even think of a superstar, no matter a match. So,
quickly before we go, night 1, night 2 main events.
Night 1, it could be Rhea and Jade. I think night 1 main event. But it depends. If you do a multi-man match for the WWE title, it'd probably be Rhea and Jade. If you do just Randy Cody, it'd probably be Randy Cody and Punk Roman night 2.
Yeah, I'll go for the 4-way in night 1 with Jacob, Drew, Cody, and Randy. And night 2,
so you've got men's finishing both WrestleManias.
Yeah, they did it last year, didn't they?
I've got 1 men, 1 woman. I think Rhea and Jade's a big enough match you can put as a main event.
Oh, you see, I feel like I'm not on this card, man. I just don't know how interested I am in Rhea Jade. Like, I really don't. Like, I mean poor old Jade Cargill.
The Twitter stats sort of helped me with it.
Yeah, I mean, it did. But I always think, I mean, I was saying today, poor old, like, well, not poor old, but something, we talk about, like, strong men. Strong women are the same. Jade Cargill, she went to AEW. She won the TBS, didn't she? She just
she had it for ages.
Just had it for ages. And essentially, like, she's gone, like, I mean, I know there was injuries, but she's won that belt, and it's just been like, they did nothing with you. Because I don't think she's going to keep. I think that she's going to lose by interference on that belt, because that gives you something to fall on. Yeah, that gives her something to go on. But you just think, it's a shame for all wrestlers when you have that kind of thing, and you're like, what happened? Like, could they not couldn't find anyone to fight her? No one at all. She just sat. I mean, how long? When did she win that belt? Was that?
She was injured, wasn't she?
No, she injured. No, she injured the 2 people she was feuding with, Beachin and B-Fab, in the house show circuit.
Yeah, because she's had that belt for. She must have had it for.
She won it Queen of the Ring.
3 months.
She won it at Crown Jewel. She won it.
All right. Yeah. What? And then won Queen of the Ring after it.
No, she won Queen of the Ring beforehand. Challenged Tiffany at SummerSlam.
When was Crown Jewel?
October.
Yeah.
So she'd have had a 6-month reign by the time.
I'm going to Google this.
Yeah, she would have had a 6-month reign in that match. Who she fought in 6 months? If you go on Cage Match and look who she's fought on Cage.
I know she's wrestled.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill.
I think it was before Survivor Series, but
it was before Survivor Series. Matches.
Because didn't she get injured?
Who, Jade?
I think so. For like a month or 2.
She won the women's title against Tiffany Stratton at Saturday night's main event in November, the 1st November. Then she beat B-Fab in 2 minutes, beat Alba Fire in a minute.
Well, that's what she was like in AEW, though, wasn't it? She was just squashing people for like a year straight.
She has only had one title defense, and that was literally about a month ago.
So how much? Quickly, how much fight time has she had since she's won the belt?
So that's about 4 minutes, 7 minutes, 15, 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
That's not including house show. That's TV matches.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's so it's nearly 6 months. I mean, don't get me wrong. She might have a couple fights between. I mean, she might not even have a couple fights between WrestleMania.
Probably
she might not. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's atrocious.
Have a match against Michin. That'll be it.
In 6 months, she's not fought in an hour-long fight. Like, what are you expecting from WrestleMania? Like, what you expect now? You know that. What's she going to do for a 45-minute banger? Like, she's going to do like a 20-minute match of that. Like, she won't have anything in her. John Moxley's fighting 18-minute matches every single week at the minute, and they're all for and near enough every single match that he's fighting the match of the night contenders every single fight. Like, I know he's a workhorse, but it just shows you the difference in your in work. But I don't know if that's a thing. I mean, problem is they've just had. I mean, as I said, this year WWE's injuries has just been like someone's just been absolutely cursing them. Like I said this the other day when in AEW when Penelope and Megan Bayne fought for them belts.
I think
the week before that they had a thing where I don't know who she is. It was not who. Anyway, they had a new like giant woman who come and helped them like in their match. And the next week after, Penelope got injured, and it was like how can you like talk about when your luck's in? You had there's only like 4 woman tag teams in AEW, and one of them gets injured, and the week before that, you actually just got her replacement in on TV. Like perfect. Like in WWE, it's just been like every time something's happened, it's just they've just been cursed. It's just been a cursed show this year. It really has been.
It's very much been. Reminds me of WrestleMania 32, when everyone and their mum had shoulder injuries. Like Cena had a shoulder injury, Orton, Cesaro, like all end up getting injured.
Can we leave it on that because I don't want the tape to cut off?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, go on. All right then, lads. It's always a pleasure.
Oh,
yeah.
Cheers, lads.